out, destroy their community, destroy their own people. But I think here in Chicago is unique because you've got people that actually, they have a platform and they can actually make these things louder to the nation.
But we have everything. We have all the civil rights organizations. We have a lot of the mega ministers.
Yes, yes,
so we have all the crime.
Yeah,
we have the majority of criminal what else? The crime. Gun violence. Then we have too much of all.
We do. We have a lot.
But the problem is with father violence, just like Mr. Clifford had spoke on juvenile justice, we are not speaking to the people, to the children. We're speaking about them or around them. And this is where we, hopefully as an organization, will be able to come to the table to speak to the people. Rainbow Push I used to work for, be affiliated with, I'm still affiliated with Rainbow Push. NAACP, I'm still affiliated with NAACP.
But you know, she got a good subtle message, because you say you talk to the kids on how to get a job and about going to college. So what you didn't say, well, obviously you're talking to them about going to college. So that's a message within a message. That's right. You know, you just automatically assuming you're going to college, so let me tell you how to get there.
Exactly.
So you know, a lot of beautiful.
You have to tell them not being an option.
Right, exactly. Because when you were growing up, I know when I was growing up, you went to school 5 days a week, and you went to church on Sundays. It was not an option. You didn't have a choice. If you could get up to go to school, you got up and you went to church.
That's right.
You know, so that's the biggest thing. So I just want you to know that the National Action Network Chicago chapter, you can reach us by email at chicagonanchapter@yahoo.com. That's CHICAGONANCHAPTER@yahoo.com.
Now, tell me about these colors. Now, this red, black, and red. Now, does this have anything to do with NAN, or you just got
the red, black, and green has, these are the colors for NAN, but basically red, black, and green are the colors of liberation. And the red, black, and green are the colors of liberation, and this is why I had the hats generated. It has National Action Network on it, and then on the back it has Chicago. And so we're talking about liberation. We're talking about one of the principles of Kujichagulia, self-determination. We have to believe in ourselves to do better by ourselves and for others.
Let me tell you guys, if I know Maureen not as the big shot in this organization, just as a person. Now, this is one true advocate. So, you know, we always talk about what would have happened had we been slaves. Now, for me personally, I know they would have shot me one day. I would have been so dead, because one of those people would have come up to me, and I would just like, today's not the day. So they just would lay me there. This one here wants to fight everybody's fight. Yeah. We could be in the car, or someone could be telling us something about some investors, and she's talking about we going. What we? We don't even know if it's the truth. It doesn't matter if it's injustice, if it's not right, if somebody's right to be taken. Does she think they have the right to be wrong? Don't take away their right to be wrong. That's why we have a system, and then you got to take the court. You got to right to be just. She gets so.
I really do, because I believe. You know, Ron and I have a show, Voices of Mass Discussion. If you're afraid to say it, we're not. And so there are so many people who have issues and concerns, and they're afraid to speak for themselves. So we're the voices of the voiceless. And so that's why I really get on to what's happening. People always ask, well, baby, you had your old man in the prison because you always fight for the ex-offenders. I fight for the ex-offenders or the offenders because there are people, too. They have families. And I know Ron always said they shouldn't do the crime, but everyone deserves a second chance.
I'm okay with the second chance at the 10th one when I get a little tired. Let me tell you, because we were on the radio. We didn't know each other. I was on earlier than her. She do everything early. She comes to and I was on earlier, like 3 hours earlier than her. I come walking out the station one day. She introduced herself to me. She's just aggressive. She said, okay, fine. You come all the way up here early. It's just, we're sister girls. We need to meet. Okay, fine. So then we became acquaintances, and then she was going out of town, so she wanted me to do her show. I thought I could not do your show because I don't have anything to say about those criminals. So she said, no, just do what you do. I talk about other stuff. So that's how we ended up becoming acquaintances. Then we were not friends. We became acquaintances. Let me tell you. And so I'm very outspoken. So there's this suburban town. I won't say which one. But a disagreement with them. So I'm telling her, I think I may have said it on the radio, not even directly to her. I'm telling them on the radio how this town had the nerve to tell me I couldn't come back to town. Oh, he's right, Boo was right. Because I just say quiet, but don't let me be mistaken. So they're telling me I could not come back to town. So I went and met with a lawyer from the ACLU. So the lawyer tells me, of course they cannot take your civil rights. He gave the example about that guy who bombed Kansas. If he ever got out of jail, they can't tell him he can't go back to Kansas. But for sure they can't tell you can't. You're a law-abiding citizen. They don't own this town. That's the problem with government. Anyway, so we had a nice little meal and patio. He bought me some weird stuff. So I'm telling the people on the radio that this man from the ACLU tells me that I have to go to the town and have them violate my rights before they can get involved. This one says, and I tell them I'm not going. I said, I'm not a civil rights fighter. So I rode the park. I would have got up and went to the back. But this one says we're going to.
That's right. We went to town.
For what?
We went to town.
I got my recorder and I want to see them violate your rights. I was like, well, I don't want to see them violate. No, brother, that's how we make a difference. We're going to that town and we're going to dare them to violate your rights.
Exactly.
But we showed up. They knew her from first, so they knew.
Whether they knew me or not.
On the team.
I know they knew or not, but they didn't.
The bottom line is no one can tell you where you can't come unless you have a court order. And we went and I was waiting for them to arrest her and do something so we can take it on. So this is just part of our National Action Network board. I'd like to introduce it futuristically, but I will name the rest of them. We have Mark Lovelace, we have Carl Avery, Dwight McGee, Debbie Sanders. Our chairman is Attorney Lou Myers, and I think that's about it for right now.
So we wanted to again congratulate you guys and welcome you guys to Be Reborn, the National Action Network. So when you hear that word NAN, and that's talking about the nanny, that's how somebody's grandmother is an actual, what are those things called, acronyms? Acronyms for a organization, the National Action Network, which is a civil rights organization.
Civil rights social organization.
By, with the founder and spearhead is the Reverend Al Sharpton. So will we ever get to meet Al Sharpton?
You sure will.
And I have something to say because I spoke to Al Sharpton's press secretary, Dominique, who promised me that when he was in town, she would notify me and coordinate an interview. Okay. That had to be at least a year and a half ago.
Well, as the executive,
been in town
as the executive director of the National Action Network of Chicago, any attention or appearances of Reverend Al Sharpton as it refers to Chicago will come directly through me.
Well, I'm offended. I don't want to interview him now.
Well, he will be. I just want to thank all of you for tuning in. I want to thank Vince Conwell, the videographer, and I want to thank you. And please, if you need our support, please contact us at chicagolandchapter@yahoo.com. Thank you. Have a blessed evening.